Come on, Soda Pop, let's go.
My apologies to you, sir. But is there, how about one final question, and then we'll wrap up. David, you see, who is not, yes, or Bruce?
I'm Bruce Danielson. I'm what the city has kind of classified as a bad neighbor. And I have gone to jail for it. It's a really strange story, and I want to let everybody understand what it actually means to be a bad neighbor. I bought a house many years ago that should have been torn down. I found a way to make this house into something that was a statement. It was something that came from deep inside of me. And little did I know that prior to my ownership of this house, that the neighborhood didn't like the house at all the way it was before. And starting on the very first day I moved into the house, I started having visits from city police officers to code enforcement to city street engineers, mayors, city council members. All in all, at one point up until 2012, I had over 300 visits to my home, filing all kinds of citations for one thing or another that were just based on an artistic expression. So to give you a little summary, I took a house that started out as a split foyer tuck under on a flat lot that wasn't built properly to start with in 1964, and it was an ugly house. And what I've done is turned it into a house that I think is kind of cool, but that's just me. I decided to make it into an 1850s Chesapeake from an area of the country that I used to live, and I enjoyed the houses. And so anyway, as I went through this whole process, and I'll try to wrap this up quick, but
Thanks, Bruce.
I was, prior to 2010, whenever there was an issue with any of these city officials, they would come and they would talk to me and tell me, well, you know, you've got something here that, can we kind of take care of this little issue? Because I was doing major construction, and so it always was taken care of. And I never had a citation whatsoever. And starting with your administration, instead of coming and talking to me, there would be pieces of paper dropped in my yard. You know, and sometimes I would find the citation or the warning laying in my yard. No city official came and actually called me, stopped by my house to talk to me. They stood on 6-foot fence ladders, looking over dog-ear fences, trying to take pictures, to the point where last year I had to go to court, and I was found not guilty by the judge. And her ruling came down as, evidently Mr. Danielson enjoys his yard, he enjoys his house, and it's not up to the city to dictate how long it should take somebody to rebuild their house or to work on their yard or work on their garden. And I'm a good neighbor. I've taken a piece of crap house and made it into something. And I'm still working on it. I'll be working on it for several more years to come, because that's just the kind of person I am. And I'm going to have some fun with it. So I want you to understand that yes, you are going through brick walls to do things. But those brick walls are called the Constitution. They're called laws. And we all have to work within the law. And your administration is taking advantage of people who can't always afford to defend themselves. I actually was able to. And I'm going to keep defending myself. And the only reason why I get involved at city council and all of these other things is because I care. And I care about this city, and I enjoy this city, and I've lived here a long time, and I would like to keep going. Thank you.
Thank you. Truly not the way I wanted to end this conference. But again, Bruce wanted the opportunity to engage, you, and certainly got it on this film and got it on his own film. We are just going to have to respectfully disagree, Bruce Danielson and I, in terms of our approach to him and his definition of being a good neighbor or being a bad neighbor. here's the reality, folks. This is a city that has certain laws, has certain rules, has certain codes, has certain policies. And it's done on behalf of all of you. It's not meant to hurt Mr. Danielson alone or somebody else alone. It's done in the spirit of community. It's done in the spirit of neighborhoods. It's done in the spirit of neighbors, okay? Everybody has their own definition in terms of what is a really nice house, or some home that is decrepit or not following. I will say this, and I will defend this city at the highest level. And I'm not defending myself, I'm defending this city, okay? We will work with anybody, to try to find the common ground, to try to do what makes sense for them as well as for this community. But like I said in the beginning, we're also going to hold folks accountable. We are. And that's what we're doing in the case of this gentleman, as well as others in this community. And we'll do the best that we can. We will. So, truly it's not the way I wanted to end this thing, but it is the way that it is. Here's the, for those of you who want to run for city commissioner or city council, or county commissioner or the mayor, here's the reality, folks. Every time that you do make a decision on behalf of this city that ultimately you love and that you're sacrificing for, every single time that you do that, 4 or 5 out of every 10 of you are mad at you. That's the reality. It's the way that it is. But you do it because you want to make a difference. You use your head, you use your heart, you use your gut. You try to uphold the Constitution. You try to uphold the city charter. You try to uphold the rules that the council puts in place. All in the spirit of this community, okay? Now, let's end this thing on a positive note, so it's not all about some of the challenges that we face. Again, I'm going to come back to something that I started with. You folks had the opportunity to do something dramatically different today. You didn't. But you were here because you love this town, you love your neighborhood, you want to make a difference. And I will tell you, I've been doing this now for 5 years. We knew that there was going to be some challenges in it, some risks in it. This is by far the biggest one that we've ever done, by far. It's obviously the most engaged discussion that we've ever had, by far. I'm thrilled by it. We are making a difference. We're not always agreeing, are we? We're not. But at least we're not putting our head in the sand either. We're doing good stuff. And for that, I'm proud of you. Keep it going. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Come on, Soda Pop, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on.